2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. Lawrence. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And award that sack to Boogie Basham.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll drop that underneath to ETN. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of first. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And this returnable for Hines. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week, because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
Rolling to his right. And his throw here is incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The numbers for Sanders last week, 22 carries, 106 yards.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
Allen and Knox teaming up there for Buffalo 1st down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. The Bills at 5-3 now on the year. They come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 31, Allen. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. We're scoreless after 1.
Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they come up now 2nd and goal. Now Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bills post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Here's Lawrence to throw. His throw incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Lawrence will throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing the receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
But to throw again is Lawrence. And he fends him off. forced out to his left. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Hines now on the return. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Eluding the pressure right. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply the offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From midfield, here's Allen. Oh, the man downfield is Davis. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 27-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On play action, Allen. Looking left side, and it's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Throwing now is Allen. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now out come the Jags. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On play action, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence. And And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
This is fielded at the 7. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. This offense returns to the field. And the former Penn State star Miles Sanders, we're going to look at him. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season. And given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too? Because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now.
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Play action. Now it's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Allen. This will be caught at about the 3. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Touchdown, Bills! A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills will extend their lead here just before halftime. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Maybe time for 1 play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. He'll take the knee in the final couple seconds. We'll tick by this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Holding. Receiving.
So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, They also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Throwing is Allen on third. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen off the play fake. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities. And this is a good one right in front of them.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Now Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, 59 yards. And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Holding. Proceeding.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Another run here with Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Allen off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 54-yard punt with a return of 11. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Oh, nice saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So after the INT, it's Allen. On the slant, he's got Davis. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
To throw, it's Allen. Touchdown! A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Another tote for Etienne. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go play action with Lawrence. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carlos Basham picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Logan Cook now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 3rd at MetLife Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
The kick by Elliott is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, for almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder. Pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of. Record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Now a throw right side, taken in here to start this drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with the score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games we just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now Allen. Touchdown, Bills.
Gabriel Davis,
His 4th touchdown on the year.
and the Bills are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Intended target on that one, Russell Gage.
But it's going to be 2nd down.
Lawrence
Finds his tight end Ingram. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive, there he hits the reliable target.
They'll run with ETN.
Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence.
And Ingram holds it in.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Now Lawrence on first down. Screenplay. Here's ETN.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty when you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
This one caught by Ridley. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Sanders. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Running right, here's Sanders. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
So Allen's going to look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Elliott now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Gabriel Davis.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
From the 27, Lawrence. Flushed, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
What they got to do now, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the